Well, welcome to another episode of This Old Boat. Today we're going to be repairing a fuel line from a generator. I noticed when we were out a couple weekends ago, the fuel line, copper fuel line, is crushed in a couple of places, and I think it's causing the generator to starve for fuel. So we're going to cut out the bad spots and replace it with good hose. We have all the supplies here. Got a little cutter to cut the 1/4-inch copper line, cut the bad section out, hose to replace it, clamps, screwdriver, cutter, and a pair of pliers. So these next few pictures show where the copper fuel line is currently kinked in 2 places. So as you can see, this is kind of a shitty job anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right about here, and then cut it right about here, and replace this with that flexible rubber hose. So wish me luck. So the first thing we want to do is turn the diesel feed off. So that's the feed that goes into the filter. You can see this line runs all the way down back into my generator. So we're going to neaten this up and hopefully make it more functional so the generator isn't starved for fuel. Alright, so the first step was to take a couple of brackets off so I could get to the hose. And we're going to take this cutter, just a typical pipe cutter. We're going to work it around this hose so we get a clean cut of the copper. Alright, so there will be a fair amount of diesel that's coming out of there when you cut the hose. So I put the hose on, raised it high so the gravity will keep the diesel in. And I'm going to go over and cut the other side and measure it, cut the hose, put the clamps on, and we should be good. Alright, we have it all hooked up and it doesn't seem to be leaking. We're going to leave some pads underneath of it just so that if it does leak, we'll be able to see it. Last thing we have to do is we got to bleed the system, and then we'll start the generator and see how it does. And according to the manual, this thing right here is the bleed screw. So we're going to go down and try to find that and bleed the system. And there it is, right there. Alright, the moment of truth. Get all the diesel cleaned up. You want to have a bunch of absorbent rags like this one around so you can clean up the diesel and make sure that you're not getting any spills. And now we're going to try to start this thing, so let's see what happens. Thank you for watching another episode of This Old Boat. If you found it useful, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have anything to share, I would love to hear it in the comments section. See you soon.